everyone. Meteorologist Hunter Ward coming to you Saturday, the 12th of November. Got a interesting weather system. Stingjet did not materialize as submodels projected that it could, but isolated locations saw some winds and we saw some flooding up in the Newland area from Hurricane Nicole. But nothing too bad around the Asheville area. So let's focus on what we've got coming forward. Three somewhat small events that one could turn into a little bit larger by the end of the week. Some very big model disparity as well. And we've got, interestingly enough, tonight we will see the cold front come through, and isolated locations above 3,500 feet could see accumulating snowfall. So watch for that. Looks like even downtown Asheville could even get in on a flurry or two, but most people may not see it because it could be around 5, 6 a.m. But get up if you want to and look out your window around 4 or 5 a.m. But especially north of town, you could see a snowflake or so. Let's go ahead and turn around to my screen. Would like to thank Red Wolf Contracting Services and Farm Bureau Insurance of Buncombe County over on Lester Highway. You can see the number there. They handle all my insurance. Got the agents here. Very appreciative of their support. You give any one of them a call. Check out the downtown Canton camera, your Better Homes and Gardens real estate camera there, and the Bryson City camera as well. Just kind of nasty around the area. BannerElk.com live camera there looking at Grandfather Mountain. No real rain up there. Grimes Tice Anderson camera up here on the Grimes Tice Anderson building looking down over all of Asheville. And looking around town a little bit more, Haywood Community College. Haywood County Farm Bureau camera. This is up Dutch Cove. A little bit of an intermittent shower moving around the area. The country fields. Kevin, good guy over there. Landscaping, all your landscaping. And he actually has a nice shop as well that you can come and pick out your plants. And the Lynn Freeman Bush downtown Hendersonville camera. We've got some type of festival going on. Not exactly sure, but beautiful afternoon, just overcast clouds. And but let's go ahead and talk about the weather just a little bit. The NAM 3KM is really kind of what I'm focusing on as far as this snowfall accumulation. Higher elevations could see, a dusting to 2 inches of snow, I think, above 3,500 feet. Some of these totals are a little bit inflated here, but I think, an inch or two, maybe Mount LeConte, we could see 3 inches of snow or so. But look at this little streamer that the model is showing, even kind of in the Lester, Weaverville area, that we could see a streamer kind of develop and push out into the valleys. And that's kind of what I was indicating a little while ago of if you wake up early, you could see a little bit of that snowfall. Let's show you what time that's going to be just for those that are curious. Here, watch that streamer poke out. 5, 6, 4, 5, 6 a.m. Really 2, 3, 4 a.m. is what the NAM 3KM is showing. This run came at around 9 a.m. so we're about to get another run. But nothing too significant around Asheville. And moving forward, it looks like the potential for an icing event could occur. Let me get the GFS model here. And, if you follow me on Facebook, social media, you saw I posted the GFS was showing the potential for some snow showers. Potential still there, a slight chance, but it looks more to me like we could have a little bit of cold air dammed in and a little bit of icing could occur kind of on this front end. So I'll run the GFS out for you here. This is Monday night, and we'll watch this precipitation kind of pop in. And the GFS is really kind of just showing this icing event more north of Asheville, If you look at the temperature profiles here around downtown Asheville, I mean, really borderline where we could potentially see some mixing of snow and right as daybreak happens Tuesday morning. But look at that. That's razor thin profile right there, but not much dry air in there for wet bulbing to occur. So, could be a 33 in rain, could be some sleet pellets mixed in, could be a straight constant sleet. I don't know that freezing rain, it can't be ruled out of the question, but it doesn't look like it's going to stick around for very long if it does accrete onto something. So, real interesting setup here. I'm still, I'll continue to do some updates on this as it approaches, but you can see, I'll show you the European model isn't as bullish on these cooler temperatures, but, looking more kind of northeast of Asheville, Yancey County, Avery County, Mitchell County, Watauga, all of those, and then got right along that Blue Ridge escarpment where that cold air can really kind of lock in. Looks to be a somewhat wintry morning Tuesday morning. You can see this is at 7 a.m. Temperature profile's warm as the day progresses, but it's kind of one of those things right as soon as that daybreak happens, everybody's needing to leave. The roads up in these areas could slick up a little bit, so be mindful of that. I'm still watching the models. We'll watch the temperature profiles around Asheville and like the Black Mountain area. Typically, you guys are a little bit cooler. Fairview area as well, Girton, Lake Lure. That ice accretion could occur, sleet possible, maybe even a little mix of snow. But got my eye on this, and we've got another event that we're talking about. So I told you guys that weather was going to get interesting. It most certainly is going to, much more interesting than it was in the past, several weeks with really nothing. And we got some very beneficial rain from the system that came through Nicole. So check this out. All right, we're dealing with an overrunning precipitation event later this week. Or later into next week, I'm sorry. More of the Thursday, Friday time frame. So let me show you what the models show back here. All right, so we've got a low pressure, a piece of energy. It's going to move itself out of the Four Corners region of the U.S., and that's going to have a little bit of interaction with the northern stream. So we've got the southern stream and the northern stream kind of coming together, overrunning precipitation. We've got some cold air damming occurring, lots of dynamics going on with the atmosphere here. And then check this out. This model turns to, that was the first event. Now this is the second one. So we've got two waves. These are two waves. That was the first event. Now this is the second one that we're talking about more into the Thursday, Friday time frame. And I'll show the European model as well, because the European model isn't as bullish on this cold air, much more suppressed with that energy ejecting out of the Four Corners region. So it comes kind of across Mexico, and then we'll see a little bit of interaction with the northern and southern stream. Now watch this kind of show up Thursday evening and into Friday. We see that moisture begin to really fill in on that northern periphery of this moisture stream coming out of the Gulf. So we've got that low pressure, that Gulf low moving up. You got your high pressure here, and that's going to funnel in some cold air. And looking at the temperature profiles based off of the GFS. Now, this is just one run, but looking at these right here, just at the surface, it goes above freezing. Not enough, you need about 1,000 feet of elevation where the temperature is above 32 degrees for it to get full melt of snowflakes. So that doesn't look like 1,000 feet right there. 1,000 feet would be more of this type, distance. So we're really looking at about only 200 or so, 200 to 300 feet above the surface where, the temperature really warms. And best guess right here on the QT is snow on that Sharpie sounding. So something to watch here. This is a little bit more legitimate threat, in my opinion, than what we're looking at in the Tuesday time frame. Now, you can kind of see that snow fills in on the model as that low pressure makes its transfer to the Atlantic from the Gulf. just a lot of variables involved here. There's some mixing of some energy in the upper atmosphere. So just bear with me. Nothing certain right now about this system or how it's going to unfold. But I just wanted to give you a heads up that we're watching it. Now, let's look at the European model. So here on the European model, you can see that we've got a similar piece of energy. I'll show you that first piece of energy as well, where it's not pushing out the overrunning precipitation as much, and by the time it does arrive in western North Carolina, it has a lot of several bouts of drying that occurs, and the warm air has kind of entrained in from the day. And a good bit of rainfall, though. We are going to see rain, probably at least a half inch of rain on Tuesday and into Wednesday. And then this cold front is kind of going to play devil's advocate on how far things get suppressed. But it could bring snow showers with it. There's like I said, there's a lot of variables in play with the models, and so they've got to come to a consensus. And we've got the northern stream, the southern stream. They're both interacting. They're both sweeping in at different times, and then sometimes they come together. So that's kind of what we're watching. So watch this Thursday. Here's the piece of energy that we are watching that the GFS is bringing much closer into the Gulf Coast here. So watch as I run this out. Sweeps much farther south and is much more suppressed, but has that cold air for several days around here. So, I really just don't know if it's got the overrunning precipitation nailed down exactly. So this is one of the things that we've got to watch here in the next three days or so. I think these models will get an idea of what's going on, and so I'll get a better idea. We should be coming to a pretty good consensus here in the next day or so of what could happen early Tuesday morning. So do another update. Make sure you check back for that. But as far as what's going on tonight, I just think a few snow showers possible. North of town, no real accumulation. You might see a little bit on the top of the cars in the valleys, but above 3,500 feet, a dusting to 2 inches is possible. So check back soon. Make sure you follow me on all the socials, at AVLWX on Twitter, at AshevilleWX on Instagram. So appreciate all you guys. Have a great evening.